Hello and welcome to Movie Night. I'm your host, Jonathan Paula. Only one movie in tonight's mini-episode, so let's get right to my thoughts on The Walk. Joseph Gordon-Levitt stars as high-wire artist Philippe Petit, who famously tightrope walked between the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center just prior to their completion in 1974. Adapted from Petit's novel To Reach the Clouds, this PG-rated feature provides tremendous insight into the truly spectacular titular event. Director Robert Zemeckis isn't the first person to feature this unbelievable true story on film, though. That honor goes to James Marsh's equally captivating 2008 documentary, Man on Wire, which I reviewed here on Movie Night a couple years ago. Standing atop the Statue of Liberty with the towers behind him, Levitt breaks the fourth wall to introduce us to the story and speak to the audience directly, while remaining in character. It's through his winding narration that we learn of Petit's insane thought process, as it progresses from an impossible dream to a wonderful reality. The first half of the 123-minute drama feels like a familiar biopic, but once the action moves to Lower Manhattan, it becomes a full-blown heist caper, as our heroes attempt to pull off the highly complicated and daring stunt they refer to as a coup. Levitt is fantastic in the lead role, bouncing around the streets of Paris with plenty of charm and a believable French accent. When it comes time to execute his plan, though, he's all business, especially during a tense run-in with a mysterious businessman who threatens to expose the illegal operation. Although never addressed, the eventual fate of the iconic towers hangs over the proceedings. There's something undeniably powerful about seeing them again in such a meaningful way. But it isn't until the final shot of the movie, when Joseph gives a knowing glance to the audience as the camera pans over to a shot of the defiant skyscrapers, that we truly get to appreciate their legacy. This movie is so arrestingly photographed that even though we know the ending, and that it was accomplished on a soundstage with computer effects, it remains incredibly tense and nerve-wracking. Once JGL steps onto that wire, the movie transforms into a nail-biting, palm-sweating experience. Not for those fearful of heights, the 3D treatment takes this a step further, with absolutely stunning visuals, creating huge chasms of depth necessary to sell the story's consequences. The visuals here are so realistic, a few people actually threw up while watching an early screening. The wide sweeping shots that frame this high-wire artist against the New York streets below is nothing short of breathtaking, an inspiring sight that makes you believe in the power of dreams again. Zemeckis' longtime collaborator Alan Silvestri does marvelous work with the music, which layers string-heavy ballads under the most intense moments. There are some hiccups with the plotting, however. Several items are set up without any payoff. When the wise mentor Ben Kingsley repeatedly advises his daring protege to always check the rigging yourself, it seems to signal a moment later where such advice is either remembered or ignored. And although the coup goes off without any major issues, Petit's decision to forgo this personal safety check is never addressed. A romantic subplot with Charlotte Le Bon is also a bit tangential to the plot and wrapped up rather sloppily. If you're able to overlook these generally minor issues and first-act pacing problems, there's plenty of optimism and exhilarating action here. The Walk is a positively beautiful retelling of an inspirational event. A must-see in 3D. I thought it was awesome. That does it for now, but we're talking Martian movies in the next episode if you'd like to leave a comment review. And if you click this information icon, some related videos will slide out for you to watch. Once again, my name is Jonathan Paula. Thanks for watching, and have a good movie night.